Okay, from this point, the use trail forked off to the right and kind of took a direct, steeper approach down to the last set of towers. And it's a little, it's bad, it's steep and kind of like fire break style. So I've now done the heavy brush along the historic roadbed. Between the physical evidence that's here and the map evidence, this is definitely the historic road. Look, here's even like a berm here on the left side of the road, and we're on a shelf, so you can see to the right there's clear evidence of excavation. You can see that metal rod that's sticking straight out. That must have been some piece of equipment that was anchored there for some reason. But here, as you can see on the right there, the shelf is completely intact. It's very minor screed fall on the, and its only problem is brush. We hit a switchback here that's on the map. I see there's the roadbed down there. Alright, flag up there on the switchback. I'm coming back down this leg of the switchback. At a certain point, we determined that the official road going down this ridge does meet up with the use trail, and I believe that is at this point. So the use trail is going up there, and it will take you up on the high ridge, but the road is down there. Is down here at the bottom. The use trail carries on straight and pretty much goes down this way, straight down, whereas the road goes around the back. Coming down, approaching the last set of towers, you're going to probably be tempted to stay on the use trail. But what you're going to need to do is get around to the left of the outcrop. So this part's going to be a bit rough because I'm not going to do any brush clearance, any more brush clearance today. But I'm going to see if I can wade through and flag it out. Okay, well, I came down through the really thick part of it and set 3 flags and kind of stomped the brush down. It's not clear, but that's the way anybody coming back to do more here is going to need to get through, as that was previously not obvious without a map. But once you break through that maybe 50 yards with the 3 flags on it, you get back down onto a clear, evident road shelf. I'm not going to flag it out from here down because I'm just not going to do any more work today. I'm just going to leave the GPS track behind as I wade through it, because today's will be a little more specific and on point than yesterday's that Scoops and I did, since we were running parallel, observing it from above. We didn't make our way down onto this part of the shelf. I just kind of came crashing through the thick brush here. But as you can see, it opens up, and here again we're obviously on the cut for the road, and it's got deer paths and it's flat here. There's even fucking mustard. What I was describing from above, the road bed coming around the ridge, and it's actually gonna, it doesn't head straight for the tower site. It's gonna move yet again to the left, and you turn around and come in to the bottom of the very lower tower site. Obvious. So the road carries on down and around to the bottom. Okay, yeah, so as is often the case here, the use trail is a little to the south of the actual roadbed. So the road should be a little further over on the more gradual portion. I don't think it's a big deal right here because we're running directly parallel to it. So I'd call this low priority to move that over, because there's already this existing use trail. Aerial marker that Scoops and I found. It's one of these balls that goes on the wire. Scoops and I were speculating that they might have just dropped it when they were installing them and had it smashed on the ground. This is the switchback for the road. Now it heads down, heads back towards the tower, heading west again, turning from our easterly travels. So this little screed fall is covering the shelf right here. So eventually that could use a bit of shovel work. And now basically the road peters out and you are on the fire break if you want to continue. This is the site of the memorial for Antonio Bernal, who lost his life here inside this footing in the earthquake in 1987 on October 1st. It's too faint of an etching to make out very well. Coming up this October will be 30 years, 30-year anniversary of his death. UEC was Union Engineering Company, as a company he worked for. It says Memorial, Antonio Bernal, October 1st, 1987, UEC. Tiny little thing, embedded in the top of the footing that he was inside when the earthquake collapsed. Tons of dirt on top of him. I read the article, and Oh look, I didn't notice this little crucifix before. When I was here before. They embedded a crucifix. The other 5 guys on the crew tried to pound in a breathing tube, and then they tried to dig him out, but it was a bucket and winch work, so it just took forever, and by the time they reached him, it had been hours. He was gone.